Beyond the Game, brought to you by Turkish Airlines.
Hello everyone, welcome to a very special edition of Beyond the Game. I'm Robin Adams at the Turkish Airlines Open in Antalya.
At just 6 years old, the Turkish Airlines Open is in its infancy, but it's growing as both players and spectators have begun to embrace the weather, the facilities, and the course in Antalya.
You know, it's a lovely place to come and play golf, and the hotel we're staying in is amazing, and you know, everything about the place is just perfect. The weather is fantastic, and I think everybody's quite acclimatized to coming to Turkey now. The last couple of years, I think it's the good week to get the final series kickoff.
It all began in 2013 when Tiger Woods promoted the event by driving a golf ball from Europe to Asia while standing on a bridge in Istanbul.
The wind was coming off the left a little bit, and all these cars are driving on the right. So if I lose any ball to the right, there goes an international incident right there.
Woods would finish tied for third at the Montgomery Max Royale in Antalya. Frenchman Victor Dubuisson topped the pile as Turkey became the 41st nation to host a European Tour event. Current world #1 Brooks Koepka won in 2014. Dubuisson showed his love for the Montgomery course with a second win in 2015. The tournament moved to its current home at the Regnum Karja course in 2016. Denmark's Torbjorn Olesen won by 3 shots against a field lacking big stars such as Rory McIlroy, who stayed away due to Turkey's security problems. But in 2017, the tournament was elevated to elite Rolex Series status, and with $7 million in prizes, the big names returned. The gold and silver medalists from the 2016 Rio Olympics led the charge, with Justin Rose coming out on top.
It's a pleasure.
The world #2 is back to defend that title, but one of the 77 other players could get on a hot streak in the Antalya sun to become the Turkish Airlines Open champion of 2018.
Probably one of my main factors coming into these last 3 events is to try and give myself a chance at winning one, and that would cap off probably the best year that I've ever had. So, well, it definitely is, yeah. But the only way I'm going to do that is if I prepare as well as I possibly can and be ready for this event, and looking forward to it. I think the greens will firm and get a little bit quicker as the week goes on, but right now it's immaculate, it's pristine. You'll see a lot of birdies this week. We had a little guess that maybe 20 under would be close to it, so look for a lot of birdies this week.
The Turkish Airlines Open is one of the final stops on the race to Dubai and can play a huge part in who'll win the European Tour. Paul Scott looks ahead to the season finale.
"51 tournaments in just under a year. From Hong Kong to Fiji, the misleadingly named European Tour is reaching the climax of the 2018 season. This week's Turkish Open in Antalya is followed by the Gary Player Challenge in South Africa. Then it's the big one, the season-ending World Tour Championship in Dubai. The leading contenders for the biggest share of the $5 million prize are Francesco Molinari and the man who won it last year, Tommy Fleetwood. Masters champion Patrick Reed and 3-time former winner Rory McIlroy aren't far behind. Molinari isn't in Antalya this week, but Fleetwood is. His first tournament win this year was in Abu Dhabi at the start of the season. Afterwards, he admitted he's hungry for even more success.
For me and for who I was working with, I think it was just important that we carried on going forward. It's all well and good having a great year, and it was the best year of my life, but we wanted to keep pushing. Like I say, I always want to know where my potential will take me, but wanted to keep pushing and make sure that we just, you know, kept improving, and it was important to do that, and this week just feels like it's another step along the way, hopefully.
Fleetwood's nearest challenger, and the man most likely to steal his crown, is Francesco Molinari. His fine season on the European Tour has seen him win the Open at Carnoustie, as well as the PGA Championship. He's never been Tour champion, but hopes this is his year.
Yeah, feeling pretty good. Still probably trying to recover after a very long summer a little bit, but thinking already ahead on to Dubai. You know, I'll do my best. I'll prepare as well as I can and try to play well in the tournaments I play and see if that's going to be enough to win the race to Dubai.
The European Tour is relentless for the players. Thousands of air miles are accrued each year as they hop around the globe competing in tournaments. And it all boils down to the next few weeks. This year's race is almost run.
A man who knows how to win the Turkish Airlines Open is Torbjorn Olesen, lifting the trophy in 2016. He comes to Antalya on the back of a brilliant showing at the Ryder Cup in France. You've had quite a magical year, Ryder Cup notwithstanding. Talk to us about the Ryder Cup, your feelings about beating Jordan Spieth in that very famous singles matches as well.
Yeah, it was great for me. It's obviously been a big dream to be part of the Ryder Cup team, and you know, I had a great summer there. I started off with that win in Italy and then played great and played myself into the team and felt like I belong in the team, and we had a great team spirit all week. You know, Thomas as a captain made it very easy for us, and obviously for me not to get a point Friday and not playing Saturday was a bit frustrating, and I was ready and wanted to get out and prove that I was good enough and to be able to get a point for Europe.
And Thomas Bjorn has obviously been quite impactful on your career as well. He's, I think I've read that he's one of your favourite people to tour with. What kind of impact has he had on your career?
Yeah, he's done a lot since I got on tour. We became very good friends, and both on the golf course but also off. Spent a lot of time together, and I've asked a lot of questions. You know, he's done everything there is to do in golf. Bunch of Ryder Cups, been contention majors, and now winning captain also. So he has a lot of experience, and I try to learn as much as possible.
Is it a bit, I mean, this is a bit of an age-old question, but do you foresee Europe dominating on the Ryder Cup stage for years to come?
No, I don't think we'll dominate. I think the Americans has a very, very, very strong team, and I think the course this year suited us very well. And I think we had a very good team, and I think that's why we won it. But I think in 2 years' time, I mean, America is going to have a great team again, and it'll be tough for Europe and America. So I don't think anyone is going to dominate it. I think it's a matter of performing in the week.
You've had some success here on this course as well, 2016, winner of the Turkish Airlines Open. What clicked for you that week?
Yeah, I mean, I think the first 3 rounds is the best golf I've ever played, to be honest. I was hitting the ball really, really good, and you know, everything just clicked. And I played pretty well in the last round also, so I think the course suits my eye, especially from tee. I've been driving the ball very well here, so obviously I hope I can bring that with me this week, and you know, all the good memories I have at this place, that'll help me this week.
And what are the confidence levels like going into this tournament?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Did some good stuff last week in China, and the last 3 rounds was playing pretty well. So top 10 is always good, especially in a WGC. So that definitely gives me some confidence going into this week.
You're up there in the rankings at the moment. What's the next step? Have you set yourself clear goals for the next 12 months?
I haven't set myself goals for next year yet. I'm trying to concentrate about finish strong this season. Still have 2 more tournaments to come, and I'll hope I can climb the rankings a little bit more and yeah, finish strong.
Olesen went close again in 2017, but there were plenty of big names back, including the likes of Justin Rose and Henrik Stenson. Peter Frank sees how the title was won.
Perfect conditions at the Regnum Carrier saw 47 players shoot under par, but it was Nicholas Colsaerts, Hayden Porteous and Joost Luiten who made the running on day 1, shooting 7 under par 64s to share the lead. Justin Rose had just won in Shanghai to vault up the race to Dubai standings, but despite some fine striking off the tee, made errors to finish the opening day with a 69, 5 shots off the lead. Race to Dubai leader Tommy Fleetwood had a disappointing 70 on day 2 to reach halfway at 1 under par, which would be 13 shots off the lead. Colsaerts hadn't won on tour for 5 years, but a second consecutive 64 set the clubhouse pace at 14 under par, 4 ahead of Eddie Pepperell with 2 rounds to go. The Belgian wheels came off on Saturday, not helped by a double bogey at the 11th. Colsaerts struggled home with a 2 over par 73, which would suddenly see him 2 behind the leader at the end of the day. Justin Rose made his move in the 3rd round, everything clicking into place with a round of 64 to be in the final mix. Ireland's Shane Lowry and Thailand's Kiradech Aphibarnrat shared the lead going into Sunday, but with 4 shots separating the top 10, it was anyone's to win on a high-scoring course. And so it proved. Colsaerts fought back from the travails of the previous day with birdies on 15, 16 and 17 to have a real run at the title, finishing 17 under. Dylan Fratelli of South Africa chipped in 3 times in the space of 5 holes and made 5 birdies in the process to finish level with Colsaerts. But like the week before, Justin Rose stormed through on day 4. His 3 birdies in 4 holes, including the last, helped shoot 65 to finish 18 under par and win by a shot.
You know, every win is different. You never get tired of it, obviously. And they challenge you in different ways. So you're kind of always learning almost like a new skill every time you win.
It was his 10th European Tour title and has since hit #1 in the world and been part of a victorious Ryder Cup team. Few would bet against him coming top in Turkey again this year.
Thank you.
The tournament has grown exponentially since its start in 2013. One of the key drivers of that success is a gentleman by the name of Miguel Verdauer. Now, the tournament director has been detailing the history of the event to Beyond the Game. Miguel Verdauer, tournament director for the Turkish Airlines Open. Really appreciate your time. I want to start by asking you what the feeling is amongst your management team about the growth and the success of this tournament since its start in 2013.
Well, it's gone from strength to strength. Obviously, we started at Montgomery, Max Royale, 5 years ago, and it's just been a fantastic journey here in Antalya. We've had three editions at Montgomery, and now it is the 3rd at Carrier, and it's just been getting better every year.
There are some notable absentees, some last-minute withdrawals through injury. I mean, has that impacted this tournament at all?
It's late in the season, and a lot of the players are, they do suffer from injuries, wrists and necks and backs, and it's a pity they're not here. But we still have a very, very strong field, so I think we're still going to have an extraordinary tournament.
Talk us through the preparations for a tournament such as this.
Well, basically the way it works is we visited in June, and we get together with the promoters of the event, which is the Turkish Golf Federation. So we go through all the planning, which is everything related to the players, from accommodation to transport to catering, everything with the club together with Carrier. Then we also do the course preparation. We have an agronomy division on the European Tour, so there's one greenkeeper of the European Tour coming down here. We go around the golf course with the local greenkeeper, and we put a program in place for the tournament for the course to be in as good condition as possible come tournament week. Then we follow that up. We had another visit in September, and you can see that course is fantastic.
Has the course layout changed here at all?
No, there's been no changes from last year. We're very happy with what we have here. Carrier gives us a very strong test of golf, which is what this level of player needs. So we're very pleased with that.
What about the tournament reach? Because the Turkish Open really has become bigger and bigger every year since 2013.
Oh, absolutely. Through our television broadcasters around the world, our TV pictures this week have a potential reach of 400 million homes worldwide. Now that is just putting, Carrier, Belek, Antalya and Turkey on the golfing map in a very strong way. And this certainly helps to develop golf tourism in this region and to help, you know, this region, which is a fantastic golfing destination, to try and get as many golfers to come and visit and play these lovely golf courses in this area.
And next year the tournament's going to be pushed back by another week or so. Is that likely to impact this event negatively in any way, do you think?
Not at all, not at all. I mean, you can see, you know, we're just about the end of October, beginning of November. You know, we're on 25 degrees, it's glorious sunshine here, and, you know, 1 week is going to make no difference. This is the peak season for this region, and it just goes to show you know, how good it is for people in the north of Europe and from other places in the world where winter is now, you know, slowly coming in, that they can come and they can enjoy these wonderful, you know, hotels and golf courses and play in short sleeves. So, you know, 1 week we have no problem whatsoever. We're more than pleased.
Has the vision for this event from a Turkish perspective changed at all over the years that you've been running the show?
Well, I mean, I think it's just consolidated itself on the schedule. It obviously began being part of what we call the final series. Now it's part of the Rolex series. Is the third last event of the season. So we only have the Netbank Challenge in South Africa and then the Dubai Tour Championship, the DP World Tour Championship in 2 weeks' time. And this is a big decider for the players because they're playing for a lot of money, and means that it can be big moves on the Race to Dubai ranking. And that has some implications in terms of getting into having access to major championships the following year, etc., etc. So this is a huge event for us.
And is there anything that you'll change about this event?
Not at all, not at all. I think it's just as I said before, it's just a wonderful golfing destination, and, you know, it's just got everything that it needs to be a major golf event in the world of golf. I mean, it's got a fantastic golf course, great facilities, superb hotels. You know, and a lovely, lovely country with amazing weather.
Would you say that this event is a big stepping stone in the development of Turkish golfers?
Well, there are 3 Turkish players in the field this week. We have 1 professional and 2 amateurs. Again, this is a big stage, you know, for those players. But I know for a fact that the Turkish Golf Federation are also hosting a Challenge Tour event, and with that is giving them the opportunity to exchange invitations with other Challenge Tour events in the Challenge Tour season in Europe and in other places, and is giving these Turkish young players a chance to compete at the highest level, and that's very good for them. So we've been seeing a slow improvement in the scores of these young Turkish players, and there's no doubt that with the work the federation is doing and with these opportunities, there's no question that they'll get better and better.
Miguel Vidaur, Tournament Director for the Turkish Airlines Open. Absolutely appreciate your time. Thank you for talking to us.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Getting up close and personal with the legends of the game, with 10 lucky amateurs who played their hearts out to be involved at the Regnum Karya course. Now, the Turkish Airlines World Golf Cup gives players from around the globe a chance they never dreamed of.
100 tournaments across 2018 gave a handful of golfers the chance of a lifetime. The Turkish Airlines World Golf Cup is in its 6th edition, and despite its amateur status, competition is as ferocious as it is wide-reaching. The tournaments are diverse in every way imaginable. Winners of events in unfamiliar territories such as Mongolia, Nepal and Iran brought together with those from the traditional golfing regions to do battle in Antalya for a chance at glory. After the field was whittled down to 100, the Titanic Golf Club hosted some exceptional play across the field, but there could be only one winner.
I've been playing golf for 8 years right now. Before golf, I played professional basketball for 2 years, and golf is also a nice sport right now, like a second hobby for me.
The Lithuanian not only claimed the Amateur Series title, but also the right, along with 9 of the next best, to play in the Pro-Am warm-up to the Turkish Airlines Open, partnering golf's elite.
Definitely feels great. I mean, it's a big competition. A lot of people come from all over the place, really good players, and it was fun to compete against them. At the same time, have some fun, and I really enjoyed it since I had my 2 best rounds of my life, basically, of my short golf career. So it was definitely.
Who will you be playing with?
Lee Westwood.
Lee West. Okay. And how does that make you feel?
It's definitely really exciting since he was former #1 golfer in the world. So it's going to be fun to watch him play, and I'll definitely enjoy myself and try to do as good as I can.
No matter what he does in golf after his Turkish exploits, it'll be an experience Ruzgas is never likely to forget.
At 47, Padraig Harrington could be moving on to the seniors tour, but a third-place finish here last year sees the Irishman still fighting for a place at golf's top table. The three-time major winner is a shoe-in for the Ryder Cup captaincy in 2020. Your dreams of being Ryder Cup captain are well publicised, and now it seems you're one step closer to realising that dream in 2020. How does that feel?
Yeah, you know, I've let it be known that I'm interested in the job in 2020, but it's not a done deal. It obviously goes to a vote, and maybe over the next couple of months they'll make up their mind. And yeah, I'd love to do it. It's certainly not something I don't take lightly. It's not going to be easy to go over to the US in 2020, Whistling Straits, and win it again. You know, we certainly got the US backs up at this stage by the amount of times we've beaten them in Europe. So yeah, it's going to be tough, but it's something I really want to take on, that challenge, and hopefully I'll be able to add something.
The 2018 Ryder Cup really just was spectacular for Europe. Quite a big thrashing of the US. What is it that made Europe so powerful this year?
Yeah, you know, the Ryder Cup is a great opportunity for the Europeans, and I think they see it like that. You know, we have a chip on our shoulder, point to prove, but the Europeans, it's bigger than them, and they can become bigger stars on the worldwide stage. You know, they can be loved by other nationalities, not just their own country. Whereas I think the US, they struggle with it a bit. They might look at it as, you know, it's not such an opportunity to prove themselves or make themselves. It's that they go there under a bit of pressure, trying to live up to their you know, where they are, their own standing. So it's not such an opportunity for them, and I think it's harder for them in that sense. So you know, it's great for Europe. As I say, we've always got a point to prove, and long may that last.
You've had a good run recently, 3 top 10 finishes in the last 6 appearances. What do you put that wonderful form down to?
Yeah, you know, my head's in the right place. I'm very happy with the way things are going and where I'm at, and I'm probably focused on the parts of my game that really end up in getting you good results.
And then, of course, there's the race to Dubai as well. How are you feeling about that at the moment in terms of your standings?
Yeah, you know, I'm obviously outside it at the moment. I've just come back from the season in the States. I've played the last number of weeks in Europe. I've made a good push towards it. So need another couple of good weeks, but, you know, it's certainly possible.
You've had a good finish here at the previous Turkish Open as well. How do you feel it will go for you this year?
You know, it's never that easy to say you're going to do anything in a particular week, but having played well once here, you know, that's a good sign. We golfers are a little bit horses for courses. We do tend to play well on the same courses, so I'm hoping it's going to be another good year here.
And are you satisfied with what you've seen in terms of the course so far?
Oh, the course is in great shape. All the courses down here are great. It really is a great setup for any of the golfers to come down and play down here. The golf courses are superb layouts, good designs, and in great condition. So yeah, we're certainly happy to be here.
The tournament is shuffling quite a bit next year. Do you think the tour is too long, too crowded, too worldwide? Your opinion on if it works or not?
No, I think that's the nature of professional golf. There's always going to be tournaments all around the world at different stages. I think the shuffle should help Europe. That will be very strong towards the end of the year, and will give a great opportunity for all our big name players who are playing around the world to come together and play more in Europe.
And that's it for this special edition of Beyond the Game from myself, Robin Adams, and the rest of the crew here at the Turkish Airlines Open in Antalya. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.
Beyond the Game. Brought to you by Turkish Airlines.